They said gray paved the way, changed the rain, released the pain, least you sane, getting paid, trend setting, brighter days, dope rap, tight as sets, high and deadly, I'm a fighter jet, journey Kane.
Hey, yo! For anyone old enough that might have finished that with an alright, salute to you in 90s hip hop. This guy is over here ready to take a nap with Janai Kai.
We're live?
We're live, on? Sir. We are
shit,
kicking,
my bad.
We're live.
My bad.
Listen, he was serenading Janai Kai, the wrestling buddy. For myself, the OG Boricua Dandada, a.k.a. Chef Muffins Martinez, a.k.a. the most professional podcaster in the game, 1% of the time. My brother, please introduce yourself before we talk some MLW.
You already did. You already said my name, Muffins Martinez, the most professional podcaster 1% of the time. That's me. Call me Mr. 1% right.
Listen, so now we've seen that, we're going to start this a little differently. This is take 3, all right? We're not going to tell you what happened take 1 and take 2. It's take 3. It is what it is. This time we're going to start with Shun Skywalker, the middleweight champion of MLW. Now, we know that El Jefe has came out and said, yo, one door closed, another one's open, and I got some new renegades. I'm thinking SB Kento. I'm thinking Shun Skywalker are the renegades he's talking about because we've seen them. Well, we didn't see them yet, but we know they're in the building. We know Shun Skywalker is the new middleweight champion. He's going to be in Philadelphia. I'm excited for it. I think Philly's going to get something they haven't seen before because I've seen his work, and he doesn't wrestle like Tajiri. He definitely has that Japanese style wrestling, but it's different. You know what I mean? He has a very aggressive style, but not like that buzzsaw thing. Nothing. I'm excited for it. As long as you're okay, I know you're going to be in the building for Philly.
Yes, as long as I'm fine and my back holds up, I should be there with bells on, running to see where Shun Skywalker is, and hopefully he's out there selling merchandise because he'll definitely be the first one I want to take a picture with.
Now, what is your expectations of the new middleweight champion, Shun Skywalker? Because remember, you'll be there before you see him win that belt.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. That's awkward because I'll get to see him. I'll get to see David Richards if he wrestles in front of the belt. Two people that won the belt in hiatus when MLW hasn't shown anything since June or whatever, be champions. So that'd be kind of cool to see them. Hopefully they're out there selling merchandise or whatever. They have the belts, take a picture with the belt. I have some questions, but it's gonna be awkward, but it's gonna be fun to see them wrestle, especially Shun Skywalker, and hopefully SB Kento will also be part of the show and have them be there, both of them from Seabrats down in N.W.A Wrestling. So, this is huge for both N.W.A and this is huge for MLW to have some foreign, talent here. I'm sorry, Jesus, Dragon Gate. I'm sorry. I was thinking N.W.A from the last conversation we had. Yeah, so Dragon Gate, man, this is huge to have some guys from Dragon Gate, even though I still would love to be BB Hulk, be the one there to come to the States, but I will freak out if that ever happens. But this is good for both companies, and maybe in the future, like I said, maybe they'll have a nice MLW Dragon Gate show down in Japan, man. That'd be kind of awesome. If that happens, that'd be awesome.
Before we change subjects, I got to throw this out there again because when we did a show, and I think it's the one right before the Shun Skywalker one we did. I think it's right before that you said, I can see Shun Skywalker beating Myron Reed and becoming the MLW middleweight champion. You said it. Me and AB were like, nah, we don't see it. So you tapped into the Muffins Martinez crystal ball, seeing the future, and you called it. It happened. So I'm just giving you your props because you said what was going to happen.
Well, I'll take my props at 5:58 p.m. on October 5th because rarely it happens. So I got to stamp date this date. Stamped, record it, and I have it here on pause. I'm pausing. I'm going to go back rewind and just cut this clip out and just to put it into my memories. So that way next year when the memories come on Facebook, it'll say, "Oh, memories, you and Jeff." Like, "Oh, you're getting my props. I can't believe it."
Crazy things happen. Listen.
But it was an amazing thing that actually it did happen, because we always want to see something like that happen. We might think it doesn't make any type of sense in the booking schedule. Is this a long-term thing? Is this just a one-time thing? Doing this shows that it's a long-term deal between them and Dragon Gate. Going forward, when you have one of their guys win a major title from MLW, so that right there, makes it seem good. Last year, they tried the same thing with a different company where Tajiri was at, and then unfortunately, again, COVID hit it harder again. So there wasn't any travels things going on. So that kind of fell down the waist, and then Tajiri came back to the state, had one defense in Japan, and then came back and lost it to Myron in a one-on-one match. So that was like short-lived. So hopefully this time, where now things is opening slowly, especially in Japan. Now here in Toronto for the border, they're actually now opening, I guess, fully in this month, where now you don't have to be vaccinated like before. Now you could just go freely as long as you have the right paperwork. Like we here in New York, we have our license, enhanced license, so we're able to go in and out. Me, I have all my shots. Now, pretty soon you will need them. So that right there shows me that things are finally going back to some kind of normalcy. But we know that everything will not be back to normal, because as we know, prices are skyrocketing, trying to make up for all the money they lost from the last 2 or 3 years. And I don't see them going back down anytime soon. So, and this is the world we have to live with. We can complain about it, and they're not gonna change a bit of it. So
nah, they don't care. So I know we're excited about Sean. It's cool. You're like, yeah, it's dope. It's a good look. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about Fatu and Leo Rush. Like we said, I keep making the jokes that Leo Rush is the Bret Favre of professional wrestling. But
or he's gonna retire, mid-match and retire again.
Yeah, he's gonna pull a Vontae Davis. You know what I mean? At halftime, I'm not
time
doing
out
this.
on the back and just walk out. Nobody was like, "What happened?" Now he just quit again. He retired. Like, oh shit.
And like what we were saying, I think the most educated point of what we were saying, because there's no hate to a talented wrestler, but when you keep going in and out like you do, you had a good run in MLW. You beat Myron Reed. You did the money weight thing. People are interested. You dip. You're like, I'm done. Then you go to AEW, you're done. You were done after WWE. Like, you keep coming in and out. People lose that fire.
And then, dude, those matches that he had with Myron Reed, when he won the belt, and then when he lost the belt back to Myron Reed, dude, you watch those matches. Those are, I don't know why 5-star matches are nowadays, but to me, that was a 5-star match. Both of those matches were 5 stars. To me, in my book, like, wow. So the dude has the skills. He just doesn't have the heart. And whatever's going on personally, if it's something personal thing, he has to get the shit, he has to get it together before he wastes his skills and somebody say, dude, we're tired of you. We're done with you. Go to N.W.A, go to Impact, because you got nothing left to prove. I mean, ain't nobody going to assign you if you keep coming in.
At that point, how do I invest in you? It's kind of like that girl. She was smiling. What was that? I think Kaylee Ray or something like that.
Smiling.
Yeah, she was in Impact.
Kylie Ray. Yes, Kylie Ray. Yes.
She was flying up the women's division in Impact Wrestling. Like, they were it for what it looked like. They were about to put the belt on her, and she just, I can't do this. I'm done. Then she tried again, and she said, I can't do this. I'm done. And I'm like, yo, we can't put value into you. I can't invest in you because I don't feel you're going to be here long term. I mean, it's kind of like
because I guess hers was for mental health issues. where they were going to push her, and then she kind of disappeared, and then she went to the N.W.A. They were doing the same thing, and then she disappeared again. And I think now she's beginning to come out. Now I seen her recently, so you know.
Hopefully she got her mind right. But what do you think about Fatu and Lio Rush? Give me something on this, because I like it because I'm a Fatu guy. I like it because I like SST's Samoa SWAT team. Like, outside of that, I don't really care because I don't. Lio Rush ain't my shit.
What led to this match? What happened before that led to this match? Stuff like that is what irks me about throwing some matches, or we're gonna let you know what the main event for the show is gonna be. Why? Yeah. Like, what happened between them two that there's a match now? 3-4 months later, the dude hasn't been there in years, in 2 years or whatever. What happened 2 years ago? Like, give me a reason why this is happening. This one-on-one match, you give me nothing to get me interested in, basically.
And the part that gets me is Lio Rush is a smaller guy, right? So you're like, all right, he's not fought too big. Yes. What do you, unless he's tied to somebody else that they're gonna do a quick little storyline that he joins somebody and maybe they got beef or whatever, and then SST is involved. Okay, fine. If you do something quick, I get that. But he's not gonna beef. I mean, first of all, they don't even have little guys. Juicy's a big dude. Lance is a big guy. Like, Fatu is a big dude. So where does he fit in? Like, because he's Lio Rush?
I don't know, man. I really cannot tell you. I know the second match they announced was Calvin Tankman against Willie Mack. Now this is two big dudes going at it, which is awesome. But once again, why is this match happening? What happened between Willie Mack and this dude to have this match? Willie Mack was just Impact for like almost 2 years or whatever, and now he's coming here all of a sudden, and we're gonna have this match with half of a tag team champion who should be in a tag team match for the tag team championship. So basically, you have this long break. What happened to the tag teams? Where's the Von Erichs? Where's 5150? Where's I can't even think of anybody else tag team wise. Where's SAT? And now we have the SST. You know what I'm saying? Like why is this guy having a singles match and not a tag team match to defend the tag team titles? They still have to mean something to somebody.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. And that's one thing that MLW did well is storylining things. So, like I said, we got Willie Mack the last show at Atlanta with Fatu. We've seen that. Yeah. So our one question was, is he in here for a cup of tea and then gone? At least we're getting him back to back. So you're like, okay, maybe he'll have other matches because MLW shoots long term out of their shows. So you're like, all right,
this will be like a 4-hour day. So 3.5, because they'll start right like around 7:30 around there and finish by around 10:30, 11. Like the last time when I went, it was fast. They did it real fast. They had the intermission, but everybody knew where everything stood, and they got done with the stuff fast. I'm like, oh shit, already? All right. It didn't feel like I was here for 4 hours. Like the first time, dude, that thing was long. They was there from 7, it was past midnight, and it was the cage thing they were doing. That was long, so we were exhausted.
That was War Chamber, right? Not War Chamber.
Yeah, with no break. The Battle Riot. With no break in between. Dude, you like 5 hours of just wrestling, and I'm like, what? Even the kids, my 2 nephews, like, dude, this was long ass day. I'm like, yes, it was.
But are any of them coming for this one, the Philly show?
Well, no, because this is on a Sunday, so the big one's in Georgia now. Yeah. The second one's about to move next week to North Carolina, with his mom and his brother. So, and then the third one, who goes all the time, is school on Monday.
Yeah,
so I gotta talk to his mom to let me see if I could empower him so that way he will go to school on Monday. She'll probably say,
you know what?
Because it's still October.
Give him 1 day. Let him get 1 day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she'll probably say because it's still it's hitting November, so then they got the big breaks anyway coming up. So
yeah. So like I said, I'm excited for it. We were talking about MLW needs to put something out there now, because we haven't seen nothing since June. They're coming soon. Nobody cares about no more. Like, even their own fans, they keep tweeting coming soon, and they're like, when? Just stop doing this.
They're losing fans because of this. We're not going to get into detail, but one of their fans who does a podcast had a mini meltdown, and started just taking all MLW stuff off the wall, disgusted with how things are being done, and we spoke about it, off air, and I'm thinking to myself, man, if we ever get to that point, I'm done with wrestling. If I ever have to go and do a video saying that I'm denouncing a company, like they're paying me to work for them. We do this for fun because we love the product. We're not getting paid to sit here and talk good. We rarely talk good about the MLW. Half of the time we're shitting on them for things that we don't like, especially Microman. Don't get me started. Let's not get started on Microman. But they do good things, like David Richards being champion. They have a lot of urban talent. They brought in Kento and Shun Skywalker from Dragon Gate. So those things, get me excited. Like, oh, we got some Japanese food up in here, boy, culture up in here. So but the day that you see me go on a tantrum and start breaking shit, I lost it.
Or blow a snot rocket into the MLW flag.
And so right there, Jorge lost it. He's done with wrestling altogether, period.
You know what the thing is, though? Like,
Muppet has deactivated his pages.
That's the thing I know a lot of fans don't mess with us because we keep it real. We don't sit here and say everything is perfect. This is the shit. Now, when something's dope, we say it's dope. When something's whack, we say it's whack, right? Like, we're not a fan of Microman. We understand he has a following. Just because we don't like him, don't mean you don't like him. And we would never tell you you're wrong. If you enjoy something, you enjoy something. That's cool. Wrestling, there's always something in wrestling for everybody. Like you said, MLW actually targets an urban, that urban feel, right? Like, we get blacks, we get Latinos. You got now you have the Dragon Gate guys. So they're hitting different demographics. And there are things that I do like. There are things that I don't like. One of the things I like that you didn't give a shit about, and when we talked about it, you were like, oh, that makes sense, was Enzo. Because you were like, oh, man, like, I didn't see nothing. His match with Matt Cross, you're like, damn, was that Enzo or was that Matt Cross? And he keeps growing. He doesn't look sloppy. We all know Enzo could talk with anybody.
Yeah.
The stuff he did with, I think it was Casey Navarro, was it?
Yeah, Casey, yep.
Casey Navarro, who he's on, he's got a match with Impact Wrestling right now with the X Division Championship belt. I seen him tweet that. Salutes Casey Navarro. I hope he actually wins that belt. That'd be pretty dope because he's super talented young brother. But Enzo has grown in MLW. Like, he's shown like a steady progression at a consistent rate. So you're like, okay, this is dope. We've seen he skyrocketed. Who I think it's Richard Holiday. Well, you're like, Richard Holiday absolutely murdered it. EJ, Alex Kane. There's a lot of things that you look at and you go, man, they did this real well. No one's perfect. It's gonna happen. But we're not going to sit here, get emotional. Like, we'll joke with each other. We'll say, whatever, you don't know nothing or whatever. And I tell Jorge all the time, listen, it's the one thing I'll always say. Jorge knows more about wrestling than I ever will. What he will forget, I will never know. I will ask him, yo, what about this? And he'll be like, oh, this, that. The guy knows everything. You know what I mean? Like, he just understands the game. That's just facts. We got AB. Can't wait to have AB back. AB speaks where me and Muffins are kind of like, fuck it, whatever. And AB is very professional of how he wants to go through things. He wants to hit it down the line. And it's a dope trio what we have. Once again, it's really cool. He happens to be Latino. You know what I mean? Like, he was cool with the beans in his name. Obviously, you know, AB is cool as shit. But I mean, we all enjoy it. But even with Beans, who's a big MLW guy, he said, "Oh man, this thing's I'm not feeling." Like, we keep it real on here, and if you appreciate a real perspective, there's no better podcast than what we do, because it's all we do. That's just me.
That's the truth.
Fuck your favorite podcast.
Yeah, F them. You know, they're probably going down in flames right now as we speak.
Either that, or they're arguing with other fans like cornballs and getting all crazy. I mean, yo, dude,
I'll meet you at the airport. I'll meet you at the restaurant that you told me at. Yeah, let's go.
You know what? I would love for one of these geeks to actually meet up, right? Like, there were people on Twitter did not like me. And they came to Impact Wrestling. And you know what they did? They sat way away from me, said nothing. And I'm there. I'm not hard to find. You know, and it was not a tough guy thing.
We're Puerto Ricans. We're the loudest ones in there.
Yeah, listen, like, if for some reason right here, and I'm going to end it on this, and it's going to sound like I'm going against Hispanics, especially Puerto Ricans, right? Puerto Ricans talk, and everybody thinks they're fighting. I'm one of them. I'm like, damn, what happened? Why are they so crazy? Why are they so loud? It's what we do. Like, if you're around anybody, they could be 2 inches from you. Hey, yo, what? Da. And everybody's moving their hands. It looks like an old school kung fu fight. You know what I mean? Like,
bro, my brother comes to me and he's like this close to me. And this dude is loud. And I just sit there looking at him like, dude, I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm right here. Like, lower your voice. Calm your ass down. Shit. Relax. And those dudes, like, doesn't matter if it's 5 in the morning or 3 in the afternoon. It's the same loud voice. Like, inside voice does not exist with this man. He doesn't know what inside voice means. And you're that inside voice, like, whoa, hold on, I might forget it.
Bro, one of these days we got to get him on. We got to get him on for an MLW segment after a show.
He don't like wrestling.
But he goes to the show.
He don't like wrestling. He goes because I asked him to go with me, and then we take the kids. So that's why he always goes. And because of my condition with my back and my knees, you know, he's there if something happens for, you know, to me, for if he needs to drive or something like that. So he goes. But dude, it gets expensive because it's me, him, and 2 kids. I gotta pay for everything. That's hotels, that's merchandise, that's the food, that's the gas. Yeah. Which I don't mind, but dude, after I be getting home and I look at it like, God damn, I just spent this much in 2 days. Like, good Lord. And this dude didn't even pitch in $1. Are you serious? God damn it. Yeah, that always happens. But then when something comes up, we're gonna go to the show, right? Don't forget this day. And he's like, yeah, whatever. Like, cool. You know I'm paying. You know I'm paying. And then after we come back, God damn it, this thing was expensive again. I'm not doing this shit again. I ain't doing it again. And then I'm like, I'm going again. Shit.
In 24 days. No, it's 25. No, it's the what? It's the 30th?
The 30th.
So in 25 days.
Well, wherever Sunday falls. So I don't know if it's actually on
the 5th. It's the 5th, so it's 25 days away. Because 5, you know, you add the 5 on the 25, that's 30.
You don't know how to count. What are you talking about?
Come on, man. I'm hustler of the year, baby. It's what I do.
It's the 30th. It's the Sunday, the 30th, the Sunday.
25 days away, you'll be in Philadelphia, chilling, enjoying, being around some nut jobs, and having some fun.
Hopefully, yes.
You know what? This background music got me in such a chill vibe. I'm not going to lie to you. If y'all haven't paid attention, listen to the music in the background. It's mad relaxed. Kind of reminds me of a Sade. Remember Sade? I don't remember if you remember them.
Sade is a lady. Is one person.
Yeah. Well, she had her band.
No, man, it was they always have a band, but it's Sade.
That's what I said, dude.
You say if you remember them, I'm like, who the hell's them?
Yeah, it's her and her band.
No damn band. She could anybody plays in the band. It's her. That's like Shaka Khan, Tina Turner. It's her. Nobody else.
All right.
The band is in the band. You can pick anybody up from the band. You want to be in the band? Come on. Just hit this like this on beat, and you get paid to be in tour with us. But yeah, the beat is still in the back. Yes.
Anyways, that beat is fire. Mad relaxing. My brother, I think we hit on everything.
Yes, sir.
So for myself, the big homie, AB is about to be put on a milk carton.
Yes.
I'm just keeping it real. I'm going to have to put him on a milk carton if he likes it or not. And
just look for him by the microwave with the popcorn. That's what he's probably at right now.
Big facts. For myself, big homie, we out of here. Deuces.